Thanks for joining us today on the Daily Edition. It was the emotional breakdown that shocked Australia, but just wait till you hear what happened when the cameras stopped rolling. Cameron Daddo reveals what really went on when he slept rough for 10 days.
Plus, remembering a music icon. Tributes for the King of Pop on what would have been his 60th birthday.
And she was one of Australia's youngest Paralympians, representing the nation in wheelchair racing. Golden Girl Madison de Rosario reveals her next big challenge.
Then from the screen to the page, why acting's taken a back seat for Sea Change and Blue Heelers star William McInnes.
But let's begin with a wrap of today's news headlines. Thanks, Ryan.
Tom, Sally, good to be with you both. Good afternoon, everyone. 100 firefighters have spent the morning battling a fierce blaze in Melbourne's west. The fire at the West Footscray warehouse broke out at around 5 this morning. Thick black smoke choked surrounding suburbs and even closed schools.
When crews first arrived, we had no understanding of what was in the building, so we've spoken to the owner and the occupier, and we believe that there is some acetone and some oxyacetylene, but there's been other explosions we've had. We've had some 44-gallon drums explode and fly through the air, which is a concern for our firefighters.
There is no word just yet on what caused the blaze. There's a big manhunt underway in Sydney after a man was shot in the southwestern suburb of Beverly Hills. The victim, aged in his 30s, was found with a shotgun wound to his thigh. He's been rushed to hospital as police search for his attacker. Australia's new energy minister says his priority will be on reducing power prices rather than reducing emissions. He also had a warning for the big power companies, saying, like the banks, they should brace for heavy-handed intervention.
Trying to tackle rising power prices, the PM hopes his new energy minister won't drop the ball. Angus Taylor outlining his version of the National Energy Guarantee.
I'm not a strong believer in heavy-handed government intervention. It would be marvellous if we could fix these problems by leaving industry alone. But unfortunately, we're well past that point.
He's introducing a price safety net to ensure the big energy companies don't rip off customers.
So you keep the lights on and you get the prices down.
Underwriting base load power generation will be a top priority, as will ensuring reliability.
The electricity sector, like the banks, needs to re-establish its credibility or social licence with the community.
The new PM split the energy and environment portfolios, distancing himself from the politically fraught climate change policy.
I am and have been for many years deeply sceptical about the economics of so many of the emissions reduction schemes dreamed up by vested interest technocrats and politicians.
It was Malcolm Turnbull's promise to reduce emissions that caused the backbench revolt that some critics say led to his demise. He's officially quitting Parliament on Friday, but he won't be around to help the Liberals campaign in Wentworth. He and his wife will head to New York City to escape the heat of the current political environment.
I wish Malcolm all the best. Malcolm has served his country throughout his entire life.
Jennifer Beshwati, 7 News.
The other big banks are expected to follow Westpac's lead and raise interest rates independent of the Reserve Bank. Westpac has announced it's increasing all its variable interest home loans by 14 basis points. Westpac CEO Brian Hartzer says an increase in wholesale funding costs gives him no choice.
This is a difficult decision. Anytime that we're affecting people's cost of living, it's something we take very seriously.
It means a family with a $500,000 loan will have to budget for an extra $516 a year in interest. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have enjoyed a night at the theatre to raise money for Prince Harry's charity. The hit musical Hamilton is playing to full houses in the West End. Sarah Greenhalgh is there.
Well, this was the couple's first public engagement after an almost month-long summer holiday, and it was straight to the theatre to enjoy a performance of the critically acclaimed musical Hamilton. It's not the first time the pair has seen this show. Harry has been twice, Meghan 3 times, twice here in London and once on Broadway. But this was a special gala performance. All the money raised from ticket sales goes towards Centre Bali, a charity that Prince Harry founded, or co-founded rather, in 2006. It helps children in Lesotho and Botswana whose lives have been affected by HIV, and it is a cause very close to Harry's heart. Now, after the show, the couple met with the cast and crew. They also then spoke on stage alongside the show's creator, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
You say...
Given that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have just been on that month-long holiday, they arrived looking very fresh and happy indeed. Meghan was wearing a shorter than usual black tuxedo dress, which is already being called her most daring outfit choice yet. It's by a Canadian designer, Judith and Charles. It retails for just under $600 Australian and sold out online within just minutes. Now, in other news from Kensington Palace today, they have announced that the couple's royal wedding outfits will be on public display. This public exhibition will be open from the end of October at Windsor Castle, and I'm sure it's bound to be very popular.
Sarah Greenhalgh there. I might get our resident fashion expert. What did you think of her dress?
I loved it. Everything she does is so classy and she's beautiful.
Not too daring or risque for a royal?
She's young, you know.
Right, okay.
I thought, tick.
Okay,
loved
tick
it.
from you. That's all we need.
And for Harry as well. Thank you.
Good stuff. Still to come, the secret wedding between the godfather of grunge and a Hollywood star. We'll tell you who it is and how they managed to keep the whole thing under wraps. That's very soon.
Next up, though, he was on a mission to make America glitter again. But did it work? We'll tell you how German wonder Kid Hans fared right after this.